Hey, and welcome to episode number 16 of the Modern Gaming Weekly podcast. I'm your host, the Able Geek, Able himself, and we are in our end of year review. And I'm joined with Sparky, the Brown Baymax, and Chips. And this is our final episode for the year. You guys sad? No more episodes until next year.
It's gonna be so sad.
It's a long time to wait.
That was a very long time to wait.
Oh,
Oh, he's so scared.
Sparky has a sad face. Can we see the sad face against Sparky?
oh.
That makes me sad. But yeah, so we're just gonna do three of our favorite games we played this year. They can be new games, they can be old games. Doesn't necessarily have to be a 2021 game. Just something we played this year that we enjoyed, that we kind of just want to share while we wrap up this year.
I played E.T. Sorry.
Oh Lord, we'll skip ET if it's the 2600 version.
Keeping it family friendly.
But before we get into our games, how was your guys' Christmas? Kwanzaa, Boxing Day. I'm gonna hit on one.
I think it was pretty good. We, had sit down with the family and whatnot. Had my girlfriend's moms and whatnot come over, and got some pretty good presents and whatnot this year.
Nice.
She got her really awesome present. It's sitting like right up dirt. But yeah, it was pretty enjoyable.
Nice. How about you, Bay? How was your Christmas? Your Christmas?
My Christmas, my
Creepy.
Christmas was good. I went over to Brandon's. Nah, my Christmas is good. I went over to Chips's house after doing a couple of things to drop off a gift for his girlfriend, and then we just hung out, and then he gifted me
Oh.
an NES top loader with
Loader NES.
bone controller.
Very, very cool. With a bone controller. Nice, nice. Video games on Christmas is always a good Christmas.
Chase video games. But no. But yeah, it was chill. I just hung out with Chips and like literally almost all day.
Yeah, majority of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool deal. And Sparky, how was yours?
Mine had to be both one of the greatest and worst Christmas I've ever had. My cousin just got a wedding, and I spent a lot of the weekend before Christmas at the wedding, and we all got COVID from it, so I've been on quarantine.
Oh man.
So
Yeah.
a little bit of both. Great Christmas, got a lot of cool presents, whatnot, but quarantine
bueno.
during Christmas, no fun.
Yeah. No, I feel that, man. Hopefully you get better soon.
Yeah, I'm already
And
feeling almost 100% now. So
you got your chicken noodle soup going.
yeah, chicken and rice, chicken and
Chicken and
noodles.
rice, nice.
Got both.
And
Variety.
mine was good. It just I just spent it with family and yesterday and today, so it was busy and just getting things ready for the podcast. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah, because I hit you up earlier and I was like, yo,
Yeah.
recording?
Yeah, it's always on a Saturday now. But as Sparky takes a sip of his eggnog, you gotta see this on YouTube if you're watching somewhere else, like on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Check out the YouTube and. It's a lot of
I'm not that good. I had to
Toast.
use my physical form to grab it.
Yeah, Sparky has his V2 model, so he can use telekinesis to move his drinks. I got a big jug of Arizona iced tea that I'm just drinking out of like a beast.
Energy drink.
Energy. There you go. I had a Monster about an hour ago because I knew I was gonna be getting a little sleepy, so I'm actually pretty pumped now. But yeah, what are you guys' plans heading into the new year? Because we're not going to do. This is the last Saturday for the year, so we won't have another podcast episode for December. This is it for 2021. What are you guys' plans for New Year's? You guys gonna stay in, go out? You gonna drink? You gonna watch movies? What's the dealio?
Drinking. That's gonna be. I know. Baymax here is gonna be coming over and stuff. And it's drink a lot.
Yeah, so I'm gonna drag my whole PC setup. Unless you're gonna let me stream off your PC, Brandon.
I don't think mine is set up the way you have your stuff set up. So
Oh,
yeah,
I just need a login. That's it, and it transfers everything. Either way, we're gonna playing games. If anything, we could set up and do couch co-op games for retro games if you're down for it. And then we're gonna be drinking. Poor Brandon's liver. Just saying.
Some moonshine.
Oh
Oh, we
God,
could
no!
get
Please
moonshine.
stop. just stop.
And then just trying to hang out.
I'm not going to drink too much. I'll have a few drinks, but I think I'm still slightly recovering from last New Year's, where just,
The year-long hangover.
where I did have moonshine and it didn't go very well. So, it was a lot of drinking, and yeah. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into some of these games. We're gonna go again, just to recap. We're gonna go into 3 games that we played this year. They could be new games, they can be old games. Just 3 that we want to share with you guys that we enjoyed. And hopefully, guys, if you haven't played these, you can go pick them up. Maybe you'll enjoy them as well. And if you have played them, maybe you can relate to some of the stories we have for some of these. But Chips, you want to go ahead and kick us off with the first game?
Well, not necessarily with a game, but what about Sparky? What's he got planned for the new year?
Oh, I was.
Oh yeah, Sparky. Well,
Sparky. I'm not doing nothing.
I'm hoping Sparky's just recovering.
Yeah, I'm on quarantine till the 30th. So since I've missed 17 days of work, so like on the 30th, I picked up a double on the 1st. So I'm not. I have to go into work early in the morning at like 10. So I might have a drink or two since it's gonna be the first day out of quarantine. But aside from that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed early, get ready for work in the morning and stuff.
Oh man,
Celebration for recovery.
there you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
When you said you're gonna do a double, Sparky, I thought you were just gonna be drinking heavily. So
Oh, like a double shot.
double shot, yeah,
Just straight out of
straight out of the bottle. There you go. That's not eggnog.
Ooh. But now I had to pick up shifts just because I'm already quarantine and whatnot behind on work. So
Good.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Good to get back to work after some time off when you're sick and.
Like I said,
Keeps you
both the
busy.
best part and kind of worst holiday season I've had so far. Quarantine,
Yeah.
but a lot of great things have happened too. So I hate saying it's the worst I've ever had.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you're not feeling too bad. That's always a plus.
Mainly just starting my resolutions, and I have a couple big planned resolutions that I want to like see through. Is all.
Hey, yeah, there we go. I forget about the resolution thing. I think I forget about it because I never keep mine. So I kind of do that like every quarter of the year anyway. It's never like specifically for January. It's just like every 3 months. I'm gonna start doing this, and then like a week later,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it anymore.
My trick, I always try to start it at least like the week before New Year's, just because like if I started on New Year's, same kind of thing. I feel like, oh, I'm just doing it for the New Year's resolution and I'm gonna give it up, or I'll start like a week after New Year's, just be like
Yeah,
something where I'm not like it's just for the first.
right on. I just noticed, Chips, are you drinking Fireball out of the bottle?
No,
I was waiting for you to say something.
That's a Fireball branded eggnog.
Oh,
So it's got
okay.
that cinnamon taste or whatever, but like no alcohol.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
gotcha. Okay. I was like, go hard. Just go
I
hard.
do have Fireball that I could add to it.
We should.
Fireball stream or Fireball podcast start off the new year.
I
Just
mean,
wait.
I got
Your poor
eggnog
liver.
He's like,
Just,
as well.
just remember, your poor liver is not gonna survive.
Yeah, my liver is it's pretty much toast at this point.
My liver's battle hardened.
Yeah. Mine looks like a battle tested orc. I drink and it goes zug zug. All right. So yeah, let's get into these games. Chips, what do you got for us for the numero uno?
For my numero uno, I'd say Hades for the Switch.
Ooh.
I got really into playing like Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac, especially Binding of Isaac, thanks to Baymax and one of my other friends and stuff. And I played a lot of it. So when this game came out, I started playing a lot of it. It's got that like Greek mythology and stuff,
Yeah.
which I really do enjoy. I had a lot of that stuff when I was going through in like elementary and middle school and stuff. I was really into the stories and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's always interesting to hear different takes of those kinds of stories and stuff in this game. So and as far as like the roguelike aspects of it, I really enjoy it. Reminds me of like Binding of Isaac, like I said, and it's pretty fun. So yeah,
right
I'd say
on.
that was my first one there.
Cool little snip about that game actually that I found out this year. It's one of the most obscure things. I watch a lot of speedruns, but for speedrunners, if you beat it without ever dying, which is an insane feat, mind you, they changed the ending dialogue when you meet like the King of Hell, just because in the original dialogue it's like, oh, you've died many times and you're coming out, but it didn't make sense to like beat the game, never die, and him be like, oh, I see you've died many times. So they changed the dialogue just for people that speedrun it and never die.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow. Nice. Yeah,
There's
I've
a-
heard a
there's
lot
a
of good
gem-
things about Hades, but definitely one you would recommend, Chips. Worth pick
Yeah,
up.
absolutely. If you definitely like the roguelike aspect of games like Binding of Isaac and the like, definitely give it a peek. Choose it for the system that you prefer. I know it's out on PS4. I'm
And
not sure
PS5,
exactly. And PS5.
because I just bought it for my mom.
There you go. Yeah.
I take it on
Speaking
the
of,
go for me. So
oh, okay, on the Switch.
yeah, definitely for like work breaks and stuff like that. Or
Right on. Yeah. At the Christmas party we're having last night with me and my family, my brother was actually bringing up that game, and he's a big. He likes the Switch too. He plays mostly portable also, and he was telling me to check out Hades. So I think I'm looking for. I have a GameStop gift card I got for Christmas. So I might have to pick up Hades then because it sounds like it's a good one. But yeah, it's a good choice. I've seen a lot of gameplay from it, and it looks good. So
It looks
I'll probably take a
amazing.
shot on it. Yeah, I like the Greek mythology stories too. That really interests me. God of War is one that I've played a lot, and that kind of dips into that as well. Baymax, let's go ahead and go with you. What's your first game for the evening?
Katana Zero. Katana Zero is it's an indie game. Um, you play as a samurai, that's taking this certain drug. Yes, and it's kind of odd, but that you could slow down time and you could reverse time and all this other crap. But we're talking about like it's if you guys ever played Dishwasher, the Dead Samurai type of game where you could throw stuff and go into slow motion, throw bottles, throw knives, throw a vase at someone and break their skull open. But the music in that game is so phenomenal. Like you could sit there for hours and just listen to the music. But it's like it's a 2D action platformer, and it has a great storyline, so you get to make a bunch of choices.
Right on. Yeah, I've watched you stream that one. Right, you streamed it before,
Yes.
and yeah, it looks really good. The slowdown aspect, it kind of reminds me a little bit of one game I played that does that is oh god, what's that PS2 game? Max Payne. Where you
I
kind of like
forgot of Max Payne.
you jump with your shotgun in slow motion and just take somebody out. And Tylenol heals you, so it's a cool thing.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But with Katana Zero, it's made by the same company that I love, Devolver Digital.
Oh, right on. Yeah, they make some good games. Yeah,
Yeah,
and Katana Zero, is that one? I know I've seen it on Steam. Is that on console also? Do you know?
yeah, it's on Switch. It's on Switch, PC. Um, I want to say Mac, and I don't know. I know there was a DLC planned for the game, but I don't know if they released it or not
Oh,
as
okay.
well.
Right on. Katana Zero. Yeah, so it's a good recommendation.
Which
Um, for my game, my first one, This is one I don't know when this came out. It might have been like a year or two ago, but I didn't play it to the beginning of this year. I think it was in February, January, February. But it's The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, the
Yes.
remake for the Switch, which I have right here. And I mean, this is a cool game. I love Zelda. I love the Nintendo's their main franchises come out like Mario, Zelda, all those. I guess Sonic now. I don't know. That's
Because
Sega's pumping out all those Sonic games now for playable on Nintendo. That would have blew my mind as a kid when I was like 7 years old to see like Sonic on Super Nintendo.
but I know we're diverging. I wish Sega would come out with another console, come back to the console wars,
Oh yeah.
and I hope Sega could bring back some certain IPs like
Mhm,
Crazy Taxi or freaking Virtual Fighter.
mhm.
I'm like, come on. But
Yeah.
anyways, back to
Oh yeah, new Sega console would be awesome. I think what would be cool, like if because right now they're just doing software, right? For I think they're doing it for every company, right? It's coming out for
yes,
Microsoft and PlayStation or Sony. It'd be cool, like if they just partnered with, say, like Nintendo, and Nintendo's going to pump out a new console under the Sega name, and that way they have the big back end of Nintendo. They don't have to compete, against Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. Like Nintendo's like, hey, this is our love child with uh with Sega, and they got a big company and a ton of money to back it. Obviously, I think that'd be kind of cool. Um, just because it's almost like at that point it has to succeed in some level. Even if it's not everybody's favorite console, at least it's going to be there and it's not going to flop right away. So,
exactly.
you know,
Like we're waiting on that, but you never know.
yeah. No, that was a good diversion there. I like that was left field that ended up making a good point. Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
no, 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 no. I like it. I was actually thinking about that earlier today too. A new console from Sega would be nice. But yeah, just going back into Link's Awakening. I mean, this one, it's just it's a true remake. I remember playing the original on. I don't remember if I played the original on Game Boy or if it was the Game Boy Color, because I think they had one for each, right? Game Boy and Game
Yes.
Boy Color.
Hmm.
And I can't remember which one I played first. It might have been the original Game Boy one, but very cool. I mean, everybody knows the story. I won't spoil the ending for it, but
I don't
you're
know the
basically
story.
sent to
I've never played Zelda. I'll admit it.
like, that's
Yeah,
this is a good one
that's
to
okay. I'm
pick
on the
up,
same
Sparky,
page.
if you haven't. You
I
haven't played it either, Chips?
No, the only Zelda game I played was Breath of the Wild.
there
Oh, okay.
I played a little bit of like Ocarina of Time, and like I don't know how far through it, but it just wasn't my type of game. But it's one of those games that I could always respect as a good game, just not my type of game or not the story I got into.
If I would recommend to the both of y'all, play. Don't get me wrong. I love Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, blah blah. But if you want a good game that you could take your time and such, play Link's Awakening, either the original or the remake. Because what I was gonna say beforehand, because for the Game Boy it was called Link's Awakening, and then there was Link's Awakening DX that was for Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Link's Awakening, it's a really good story. The way they did it on Switch, it just looks, it's the good game that you remember from back in the day, but it just looks that much nicer. Another one I would recommend if you guys are looking to get into Zelda, and like Sparky said, maybe like the N64 titles weren't really his flavor. I would say Link to the Past too, Super Nintendo. That's still my all-time favorite. I love that story. It's a very fun game. The music is like, classic Zelda music, and it's a really good game too. That's one. I mean, I played Link to the Past many many years ago, but I personally like it better than Link's Awakening. But Link's Awakening is the game I played this year and enjoyed it, so that's why it's on my list. And Sparky, what do you got for us for your first one?
My first one, I guess I started off with Pokemon Unite was a game I played earlier this year that came out and been keeping up on some of the Pokemon they've been coming out with as characters, and I'm a big fan of MOBAs, and gotta say Pokemon Unite was just really well done as a casual MOBA. It doesn't run on too long, and you slap Pokemon on anything and it's a hit in my opinion. uh,
You ain't
But
wrong.
I also
True.
think it was really well done and pretty well balanced as well.
And is that one that you it's on the Switch, Pokemon Unite?
Yeah, so it's on Switch. I want to say it might be on mobile too, or
I haven't seen it on mobile. I've only seen it on Switch, and Switch was technically mobile.
yeah. Well, so yeah,
Yeah,
it's on mobile phone and the Switch. I haven't played it on mobile yet, but the Switch one, it was super fun. I
Hmm.
loved having Gardevoir as my favorite champ, and still waiting for him to come out with some Gen 2 Pokemon. But aside from
Yeah,
that,
I've seen some gameplay of this one too. Is this one like a fighting game?
no, it's kind of like League of Legends. It's a MOBA
Uh,
arena. They tweaked it a little bit to be less so like taking down towers and stuff, and more so like
yeah,
you dunk baskets on like certain objective points by killing like wild Pokemon, and then you can take the points earned from other people by killing them, and just ends up being this giant like kind of arena. If anybody's played like League of Legends or even seen it, it plays very similar to that but casual.
gotcha.
And the
Yeah,
games don't run an hour. They're like 15 minutes at most.
yeah, yeah. I've never played League of Legends, but I have played the one from Blizzard. Was
Heroes
it
of the Storm.
Heroes of the Storm? Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit of that one. It was pretty good. Um, those, I mean, they're challenging games. At least that one was. I don't know the difficulty level on Pokemon Unite, but it looks interesting. I saw some people playing it. I didn't really get the gist of what was going on. I just saw like they're running around, kind of like attacking, and I guess like you said, anything with Pokemon, man, you slap Pokemon
Yeah.
on something,
It's
it's gonna roll. But
it's very beginner. Pokemon Unite's at least very beginner friendly too. There's not a
mhm,
lot of like high advanced mechanics in it or item building or anything that makes a lot of MOBAs like kind of a mountain to climb to get into it. The learning curve is very like shallow. You can jump into it, enjoy it, play a couple like 30 minutes, play through like 3 games and get off and have fun.
right on. Is it a free to play game or?
Yes, it's free to
Oh,
play.
okay, awesome.
It kind of goes along this. It's like a same with League of Legends and other like free to play MOBA games. It gets its money off skins, so
Yeah.
and you have to play to earn champions that you or Pokemon that you want to play as. So
Mm,
um, if you don't get the Pokemon you want right away, sink in a couple hours into it, and you can buy any Pokemon that you want. Um, Kind of goes down that business strategy. So if people want to fast track and get the Pokemon, they buy money in game to get them.
right on. Yeah, sounds interesting. I might check that one out. Um, those games are interesting. I'm not very good at them, but they're fun. And Chips, what do you got for your second one?
I'd have to go with Shantae and the Seven Sirens for the Nintendo Switch. Um,
Nice.
I've always had an interest in it. I played a little bit of Half Genie Hero.
Mhm.
I enjoyed the side scroller mechanics of that.
Yeah.
So when Limited Run had this one out, I got the collector's edition for it and everything, and um, finally sat down this year and cracked open the box. And I was like, all right, let me play this one and whatnot. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It's definitely different, kind of mechanic wise, because you can transform into different animals to do different certain things and stuff like that.
Kitty
And
got claws.
Meow.
you,
Meow.
Does it play similar to uh, the Shantae Genie Half Hero one, or is it pretty similar to that?
um,
Or
a little bit. I haven't played very much of that game, so I can't really give a really fair comparison. But you can think like any um, like Super Mario side scrolling and whatnot.
Mm,
It's essentially the same, but like you definitely got these like explorative, like the Metroidvania type aspects to it. So like once you learn a new ability, you can go back to a different area and explore a little bit more because you can climb up to a certain area that you couldn't before or something like that.
yeah.
The story is pretty good. Like I said, I don't know the history of some of the characters. It seems like there's a lot of history behind certain characters. Um,
Yeah.
But as far as that goes, yeah, no, it's a pretty interesting game. I definitely give it a recommend.
Yeah, I need to check that one out. I have Genie Half Hero, I think, on the PS4 digital, and it was pretty fun. Shantae's been blowing up. I mean, there's a big fan base behind it. Those games fly off of Limited Run's website when they
The
come up.
second they come on, yeah.
Yeah,
It's now
so
getting an Android too.
If anything, try getting the original
No,
cartridge.
for the Game Boy Color.
Oh yeah.
I got the replica one from Limited Run, so I don't have to worry about it too much. But I definitely would. I would actually like to have the OG.
in this one, do you play it on your Switch also?
Yes.
Okay.
I've played that one actually on my TV more often than I actually had handheld. And yeah, it looks just as good on handheld as well as on our big OLED TV that we got.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good game. I love like the characters too. They look really nice. Kind of almost has a, like an anime feel to it, but I like it. Yeah,
Definitely got some
for sure.
comedy moments and stuff in there. Very silly moments.
Yeah. All right, right on. Yeah, I'm taking these down. I'm gonna get these. These are some good recommendations. Baymax, what do you got for your second?
Nothing. Nah.
I just had one.
Just the
only
one.
had one.
He didn't understand the assignment.
We had homework.
Sergeant Goofy is here.
Oh my lord.
The game that I have next would be Detroit Become Human.
Okay.
It's done by Quantum Dreams. Same creators of
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls, yeah. And there was another game that they did as well. So it was Indigo Prophecy. Indigo Prophecy of Beyond Two Souls and Detroit Become Human. It's basically a make your choice game. Whatever actions you do with one character could affect the other characters at like some point of the story. But I mean, it's done by like they took their time with this game, where they took like these actors and they put like dots on their faces, like you can see their facial expressions, like how they're into the game. So
like the old mocap stuff they used to do.
Mm-hmm. They did that. They did that with Beyond Two Souls with William Dafoe, and they captured like all his grinning and all. I'm like, oh my god!
Yeah, William Dafoe has some expressions, man.
Yes, he does. But I always called him Papa Dafoe in Beyond Two Souls.
All the facial expressions.
But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. With Beyond Two Souls. Like I said, you can make your choices, and it could affect, or you could mess up with one thing and end up killing one character or multiple characters. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched my girlfriend play that one. It was definitely a really interesting story, especially the one that she chose for that one.
And multiple endings as well.
There's definitely multiple endings.
I think there's like 17 endings to this game.
That's interesting. I've heard of it. I've seen a little bit of gameplay. I've never played it personally, but the way you're describing it kind of reminds me of like Deus Ex in a way, where you kind of have that same thing where your choices kind of impact the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as actiony as the Deus Ex, but it's definitely a good game from what I was able to watch. I didn't actually play it. Like I said, my girlfriend played it.
Oh, okay. And it was, what did you play it on, Babe? Was it PS4?
I played it on PS4, and then I rebought it on PC because I mean, I want to use my PC power to see all the wrinkles.
That ultra graphic setting.
I want to catch my PC on fire. That's my goal. You guys are laughing, but it's true.
Can't handle it. Yeah, that's one I actually forgot about. I might need to check that one out.
Yeah,
seems interesting as well.
I do recommend it. I mean, I think it's only like $20 right now on Steam.
And it came out a couple years back, right? That one.
Yeah, it came out on the PlayStation first. That's where I got it, and I was hyping up that game. A lot of people didn't like it, because it wasn't what they were expecting, but I knew what I was going into because I played Indigo Prophecy on the PS2 and Xbox Original, and then played on the PS3 the Beyond Two Souls, and I mean I already knew what I was expecting out of this game.
Yeah, right on. And so for my second one, um, busted. I actually got the all mine are physical copies. I was looking on Steam. I'm like, what if I played on
I
Steam?
have a physical copy of Detroit.
And I was like, you know, it's just all like DBD and Madden and stuff. A lot of stuff I've played for a couple of years. Nothing I bought on Steam this last year that I was like super stoked about. But my next one, I know Baymax will probably like this one. It's can you tell what that is?
Oh my god!
Oh,
Freaking
Oh, damn,
Darkstalkers.
Darkstalkers, yeah. This is the Japanese copy, Vampire Resurrection, but Darkstalkers here in the U.S., Vampire Hunter in Japan. This is the one that actually has it's two games in one. It's Night Warriors, Darkstalkers Revenge, and Darkstalkers 3, I believe. And I mean, it's classic beat 'em up, kind of like well, not beat 'em up, fighting game like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I mean, you guys, I'm sure, have played Darkstalkers at some point. I just, I love the franchise. I'm kind of bummed that they haven't done more with it. Um, and I want to see Capcom kind of push this as hard as they push Street Fighter and other games. But yeah, I mean, this is a cool one. It uh, kind of gives you the HD version of Vampire Hunter and Vampire Savior, which I believe was the Darkstalkers 3, if I'm not mistaken. And characters are cool. It's not traditionally like a Street Fighter game where it's like you got fighters from all over the world and it's martial arts. This is more like vampires and different monsters, mummies and things like that are fighting each other. And then they have in this game one of my favorite levels ever in a fighting game is you're fighting since they're vampires, right? You're on the side of a building fighting, and like below you can just see like the street and the city and everything there. So you're fighting like sideways on this building. It just looks awesome.
That's
It's
pretty cool.
yeah, I think it's like one of my favorite levels ever on a fighting game. Have you guys played this one or any of the originals?
I definitely played some of the original ones.
Mm.
You really asking me that? My waifu Morgan.
Morgan, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hers over there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but she's not
Yeah.
allowed to play
Yeah, because she kick your ass.
because she'll put you in a corner and
Yeah,
make you cry.
she'll juggle your ass.
Yeah, it's a great game. And I've been like a huge fan of fighting games, Street Fighter, all those, but especially like the ones Capcom pumps out too. There's just something about them.
We know
It
Abel because
yeah,
of Classic Game Fest, right?
a little Marvel versus Capcom. Where yeah, I
lucky
won't say
didn't.
how they went.
Lucky we didn't have Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
Bring it.
games like Mortal Kombat, like Sparky brought up, I like them, but I've just never been great at Mortal Kombat, like Killer Instinct. I'm okay, but it's just I don't know. The Capcom games are the one that I always just felt natural to me as far as the fighting mechanics and stuff. But yeah, this one it's I don't know if they came out with a physical copy of this one for in in
In the
English.
States.
I know it's definitely in English and digital, and I have the Japanese copy here. But yeah, like I
I,
said, just hopefully they pump out more Darkstalker stuff in the future.
if Capcom, could listen to
They're
the
never gonna listen.
fans,
Sadly, they
you
don't
know,
have any Darkstalkers on the PC though. So I've been
you,
waiting for it for a while to come out on PC, and because I don't have any consoles to play it on, so
Yeah,
I want them to bring it out on like PC consoles. Pump out Capcom, listen to us. Pump out some of these games we are missing. We don't get me wrong, we love, Bayonetta and all this
yeah,
other stuff. But God, give us a good fighting game.
yeah. Not Street Fighter 17. Give us Darkstalker. A new Darkstalkers game would be awesome with
Or
graphics like on
I love.
PS5 or new Xbox.
give us the 2D the 2D freaking fighting games like freaking Capcom versus SNK and SNK 2. We would
Marvel
love that as remakes. Or
Marvel
ports.
versus Capcom 4.
Oh, were they gonna ruin it this time?
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like some of those games
And
got worse the further they went along. I still like the original Marvel versus Capcom, but that's just me.
I should do some of the ones that were on the Neo Geo Pocket.
There you go. I was gonna say a new King of Fighters game, but we do have that coming out. But that's SNK.
as a game
We
pumps
got
out good games.
Riot's coming out with their fighting game, Project L. I can't wait for that one.
I'll check that one out too. I think that's the one. Isn't that the one that has kind of like a Guilty Gear kind of feel to it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll check out any of those games. Freaking
but
cool.
supposedly it's supposed to have like one of the best net codes coming out here soon, so online play is going to be phenomenal for it.
I like me a good netcode, that's for sure.
Got a multi-billion-dollar company that's experienced in online like netcode already, making the first fighting game. So a lot to look forward to that one.
Yeah. You need that. It's important, man, with how fast fighting games are. You need a, you know, it sucks if your reaction time's on point, but it just doesn't translate to the online play.
Oh yeah.
That's always my excuse. It was the lag.
The lag, man. The
I mean, honestly,
lag.
as much as I do like playing against other people, I still prefer doing it in the arcade. That way you can
Oh
shit
yeah.
talk them when
Doing
you're right
an
next to
arcade, huh?
it.
Doing an arcade, huh?
Oh,
It's just I don't know. Maybe I'm old school.
Doing it
I'm
in
not.
an arcade, you say?
Indubitably.
Indubitably. I need the monocle instead of the glasses. And Sparky, what's your second game?
Well, keeping the role of fighting games, and speaking of Guilty Gear Strive.
Oh, there you
I
go.
was just bought that, and I've been a fan of the anime like Guilty Gear style fighting games for a while. I just love when anime and fighting games kind of mix, and that 2D like. Funny enough, it's not even 2D; it's a 3D game, cell shaded to look 2D, and they did it really fucking well. And Strive, I'm not gonna lie, I bought the new one just so I could learn Jacko, and she is coming
That does
along
not
pretty
surprise me.
trying to use choice of words here without any other good choice of words. It's coming along pretty hard. Like she's a very tough champion to learn, but I'm still waiting for Dizzy to come out. But until then, my main's like May, and I've been loving playing it. Don't give me that look, bae.
And you were playing it on Steam?
Yeah. I got a.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to decide whether I want to like I'm preferring controller or if I'm preferring my like Joy-Con fight stick.
Fight stick.
Fight
I don't know.
sticks,
The
man.
That's where it has.
controller is
That's your best bet.
it's feeling a lot better on the controller personally, but
Arcade.
I'm bad at both,
stick.
so I'm still
Right.
learning the character I'm trying to learn. So
For me, it has to be a good fight stick. If I'm going fight stick, it can't just be like your run of the mill $30.
No,
You
I
know,
have the Street Fighter
Mad
arcade stick.
Cats arcade stick or whatever. Like, yeah, it has to be. I don't know. What are those nice ones that come out with a Hiyori?
The Horipad ones.
Yeah, those are nice. Little
Yes.
pricey, but
Well, no, this is what you do. Freaking get a cheapy, freaking arcade setup that has cheapy buttons and shit, and just go and buy yourself hat buttons and just switch everything from the inside. It's gonna work the same. You just need a shell and just put everything in there and destroy people.
I'm still kind of sad I didn't pick up that Aigaho shell from Classic, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
That Classic, they had the plexiglass, everything. It was so nice, and I'm wishing I bought that and built it myself instead of buying this pretty expensive as it is, like wireless Switch one.
yeah,
But
yeah. Get yourself some Senwa.
see, like
Senwa.
Guilty Gear or Mortal
There you
Kombat
go.
was like the two I was thinking
Senwa
of,
have
but
buttons. Oh my
definitely have to
god.
go with Guilty Gear
Drop
over
that
Mortal
coin.
Kombat.
I would drop that coin in an instant. I would throw my debit cards against the glass on my TV. Like, take my money.
Baymax would flip his debit cards like they're a stack of playing cards.
I've done it before.
I believe it. So Guilty Gear, was it Siren?
Strive.
Strive, okay. I don't know where I got Siren from. I'm making shit up now. Yeah, that's one I want to check out as well. I haven't really played much Guilty Gear, I'll be honest, but it looks interesting. I think I have two. I think I've only played one though on PS4. But yeah, definitely check those out if you're a fighting fan.
Let's play Guilty Gear on the Dreamcast. Heaven or hell, and I'll kill you in one move.
That's what you say, Baymax.
No,
You also said
you
you're
could
going to
kill
beat my
someone.
Ryu.
I'll beat you, Ryu. Give me a moment to practice.
You must defeat Shenlong to stand a chance.
But no, there's a move. There's if I think it's you hit certain buttons before the match starts in Ascent Core, and you get instant kill your enemy.
Oh, really?
Yep. You have to be quicker than your opponent.
That seems like a cheater move there, Baymax.
Hey, it's not a cheater move if it's built into the game.
That's true. All right, let's swing around to the last game here. Chips, what do you got to your final game for us for tonight?
Oh man, this was a tough one.
Barbie's Play Place. Sorry.
Speaking of Barbie's Play, no, just playing.
I still got to get Barbie's Adventure. No, this was a hard one to get because I'm playing a lot of, I don't mean a lot of Halo Infinite recently. But I'd have to say another Switch game, and that would be my Metroid Dread. This has been a long time coming, and I mean, like, it's 19 years to wait for a sequel for this one from the Metroid Fusion, and I think it's at Metroid Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission, and stuff like that got me into the whole Metroidvania style of games, and then I started playing like Castlevania and such too for the Game Boy Advance, and that's so when I got Fusion was amazing, and then you start hearing these rumors that another one's supposed to be coming out called Dread, but nothing comes of it. It becomes canceled, and it just becomes just a whisper in the history of Metroid and whatnot. And then lo and behold, as Metroid Prime 4 is being announced and such, and with the recent success with the remake for 2 for the Game Boy on the 3DS, they decided to revive the project for Dread, and I have to say, it is amazing. It's really great. It get into like the Emmy zones and stuff like that. One of the main, one of the few trials that you have, and you definitely get Metroid Fusion vibes. As soon as you enter that area and stuff, and that thing starts chasing you, man, you're immediately start thinking it's the SAX coming after you, and you're like, oh god, I gotta get out of here. Definitely one of my more favorite games that I played this year. I've played a lot. I started messing around with like glitches and all kinds of stuff like that. But yeah, I'd have to definitely say Metroid Dread is my top one for this year.
Metroid Dread, yeah, I love Metroid games, man. I haven't played Dread yet, but I definitely want to pick it up.
Absolutely, definitely recommend it.
Yeah, it's very, very cool classic character. Have you played Dread, Baymax? I think you've played it, right?
Yes, I did. I'm stuck in the stupid game. That's why I have not continued. And I wanted to snap my stupid Switch in half because the frustrations of that freaking game. You just want to sit there and go,
yeah.
It's not that hard. As being an avid Dark Souls player, get good.
Oh
no, I could get through Dark Souls to a point. Dread, I believe.
Dark Souls, yeah, that's a whole nother.
I'll play Dark
right
Souls.
there.
I'll play Dark Souls. I have it for the PC still. But anyways, Dread, it is, don't get me wrong, great game. Loved seeing it. It is a frustrating game trying to get past, and then the parry. You know what Nintendo said to everyone about the stupid parry? They were like, "Oh, get good."
The Emmy zone parries and stuff like that are like the second the frame comes up, that's when you got to press it, and it's extremely difficult.
You're talking about a half a second
Not even. It's even faster than that.
It's a half a second because I tried pairing this stupid idiot. I'm like, eh.
Yeah, you kind of like just
Could be like a single frame perfect like tech recover and like smash them.
It is. It's literally a single frame. Like you have to like hit it perfectly. If you miss it by like a second or less than a second, you're screwed.
I don't mind stuff like that though. It adds to the difficulty.
That's the challenge, yeah.
Okay, I'll bring it to freaking Level Up Expo. I'm gonna put you through it.
I mean, I've never played
just let you have fun.
No,
it's okay. You get to play it. Level Up.
Right, but I'm bringing Mortal Kombat.
I'll play it.
I'm getting revenge. Y'all drinking this time.
What you got to do is if you're having those fighting games, you got to have the winner take a drink.
Yeah, no.
Otherwise, you're just gonna have one really
realized
sober
that
guy.
mistake when I played when I lost every round.
I was
Sparky was getting worse and worse.
I was a very sober person. I was like hard mode on.
You know what's worst about that situation was I was the one that discovered it, and I didn't even realize till halfway through the tournament that I was like, "Wait a minute!"
He's all, "Wait a minute!
Why am I the only one drinking? I'm losing." It was the tables were turned in the wrong ways.
Yeah, I feel like it evened out more on
yeah.
Was it Soul Calibur? So
Are you sure? Because I didn't
drank
drink. I didn't drink hardly from Soul Calibur. Probably one or two drinks.
I think you had some on backlog, Baymax, that you still owed us.
I think that was me.
No, I didn't.
I don't think I won a single game.
Poor Bento and Sparky.
Yeah,
me and Abel were just chilling there.
We got a beer I really didn't like either. So I was like,
Was that the night that we ate that giant pizza, or was that the night we got Sandy's?
That was the giant.
No, we got that giant ass pizza.
Oh, because we ended up tearing. I think it was reheated
it was
pizza,
good.
and then we got Whataburger. Because we ended up tearing off boxes.
Whataburger video.
Yeah,
that's for plates. Whataburger video was interesting.
If you guys didn't see the Whataburger video, go sign up for the Patreon.
Come experience my drunkenness.
That video alone, watching Sparky and Bento go get Whataburger on scooters is it's interesting. And honestly, I feel like you guys could have walked in at any point.
Never
but you guys stayed at a long ass drive.
No, they said I was close. Remember?
We could have checked. We ended up turning someone else away because they didn't bother to check either.
Yeah. I think the whole time they were like, should we try opening the door? And then they just never did.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. It's a funny video though. But who's next? Baymax, are you up for your final?
My final. And I mean it was your gift, but Scott Pilgrim versus the World. If it stops glaring, there we go.
Some Scott Pilgrim action.
I played it when it first came out. That's it.
I have the digital copy
too.
I have the digital copy for the Xbox 360 when they first took it down, and I have the digital copy on Ubisoft, and then I have physical copies. It's a game that I love because it reminds me of Streets of Rage, River City Girls, freaking River City Ransom.
Has that feel to it, huh? Like River City Ransom and Girls.
Yeah. So I mean, it has all those and you could play 4-player co-op, and you could either play as Scott, Ramona, Knives, Wallace, and the band members as well. Young Neil.
But that's one I tried to get in limited run when it was coming out, and I remember I added it to my cart, and then I thought I bought it, but I guess I didn't.
Oh no!
And then I came back and tried to buy it later, and I was like, "Nope, sorry."
Well, guess what? It will Merry Christmas.
It was fate. Thank you, Baymax.
Merry Christmas.
It was meant to be. I didn't buy it on that day.
I think this is the reverse cover because I think the other side has the other one. I don't know. I don't want to open it because it's your gift, but
Is that one limited run also? Is it
yeah,
like additional copies had?
Yeah, well, this
Oh,
was the
nice.
Best Buy edition that they had at Best Buy.
Oh, okay.
That's why I told you don't buy games in like the next 30 minutes or so, or stay away from the interwebs. I'm sitting at work typing. I'm sitting at work typing real fast. I was like, don't buy this, don't buy this, don't buy this. But yeah, it was worth it. It was worth getting this game for you because you were wanting this game, and it was on your list.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim.
Jeez.
And so it's my turn. Last game, and then we round out with Sparky. All right, my last one. It's a little bit of a obscure title, I guess. It's not like a big AAA title, but it's a game that I thought was kind of fun, and I think it's worth a play at least. It's Ari and the
Barbie's
Secret of
Place.
Seasons.
Okay, I was looking at that game. And I haven't seen anything about it, but it looks amazing. But
Wasn't
I
that the
want to
game that
play
won
it.
Game of the Year?
It
Or was that something else?
No,
I don't know. I don't think it was this one.
Takes Two won Game of the Year.
No. Yeah. Well, this one it's fun. It basically seasons get messed up in the game, so you're trying to run around and kind of get everything back to normal. This one's cool because it can be for adults or it can be for kids. Just that's kind of like a good overall rounded game. There's a little bit of bugs, I'll say here and there, but nothing that I would say ruins the game. Um, I've played it on PS4 and I've played it on Switch. And the one thing I'll say about the Switch is the seasons like change. You can even like change it mid level. Um, and I feel like the Switch version suffers a little bit on that as far as like textures and frame rate. So if you are going to get this game, I would say to get it on PS4 or I think it's also on the Xbox as well. So I'd recommend one of those for it. But yeah, it's a fun game. I haven't beat it yet. I'm like maybe about halfway through or so, but it's one of those games that it's cheap. I think I got it for like $20, and I'd recommend it.
Okay.
And Sparky, what is going to be your final game for the evening?
I was debating.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
But I was debating going with the league mode, but in the big event they did, but less so a game and more like an event. So I think for like the final one to roll it out, it was earlier in the year I played Before Your Eyes. That game was honestly like kind of a little obscure and like indie game, but they had that mechanic where it's basically a visual novel and you can kind of like go different routes with it. And the big thing behind it is you have to keep your eyes open, and it has a like webcam tracking, and whenever you blink your eyes it skips the cutscene.
really?
And the story plays out kind of using that in mind of like you're missing very precious moments in this story. And like it's that game had like, and towards the end of it it's even harder to keep your eyes open to like watch the scenes because they're just bawling up with tears. It's such a tragic, like amazing story behind it. No,
Is it a
it's
VR game?
just a normal playthrough game. I don't think it has VR, but VR in it would be amazing, especially with like the eye tracking in the VR, like with the new Steam VR headsets. But I think it's like $5 right now on Steam and Black Friday. It was like $10, and I think it took me like an hour to finish. But just the story in it, the art style, the audio, like they really knocked it out of the park. Is like I want to say it got nominated for some award of like amazing storytelling in the Game of the Year awards this year. I don't know if it won or not, but
it was nominated for best non-blinking game of the year.
Yes.
So it tracks your blinking with the webcam.
yeah, so
is that what it does?
Tracks your like basically your eyes. And I have glasses and it worked just fine for me, but it was nominated for games for impact, but it did not win.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I've never heard of a game before that's
it had a
don't blink or
really
it can
weird
affect the game.
mechanic to it. And
I'd be like,
You're there
It's
with
not
eye
like the whole
drops.
time. It has like a little emblem when you're like when it's recognizing whether you're blinking to like skip, or sometimes you have to blink like with your like put your cursor over something and blink to choose. It's a super interesting concept,
Oh,
and
okay.
like I said, the story behind it was beautiful, and like it had me bawling my eyes out and crying on stream when I was playing it and everything.
Oh man, it's one of
Oh
those
yeah,
tear
it's a
jerking games.
tearjerker.
Nice. I need to check. I've never even heard of that game before. That's very interesting. I'll have to check it out. Have you guys ever played that one or heard of this one?
No, I haven't.
I got it pulled up here and stuff. It definitely looks interesting.
Yeah. And what platform is this?
I
It's
think it's
just
just
on
on PC.
PC or?
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows just Windows.
That makes sense.
If you're looking for a game that'll make you
Interesting.
cry that you
Yeah.
can finish in like an hour, this is it.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the reviews. Got an 8 on GameSpot, Game Informer 8.5, and GameSpew gave it a 9. So it looks pretty good. Sparky, what would you give it from a 1 to
1 to
10?
10. I think the 8's pretty fair. Like it's not. I don't give
8.
visual novel games like that too high of scores just because there's not a lot of like it's a story to be told, and I think in a visual novel sense, it's a definite like 10 out of 10. But as an overall game,
Yeah.
just 8 out of 10 because I think you definitely get a lot more playtime in like games like Hades and Shantae and fighting game. Like I
Yeah.
think all those you have more replay value. Like once you finish the story, once you like play it, there's not a lot you can replay out of it.
Yeah. Like go back and
But I
experience like
look at it
different
more
stuff.
so like you're paying $10, $6 right now, and it's kind of like a movie. You just rented yourself an hour, 2 hour long movie that you can enjoy and play through.
Yeah. That's a good price on it. Right on. So that finishes up our 3 games apiece. 3 games that we recommend that you guys should play that we played in 2021. Um, some good choices. I think the only one I didn't hear about before was Before Your Eyes. But some of the other ones I haven't played, so I'm definitely going to go check some of those out. Any games that you guys plan to get here before the year rounds out in the next week? Anything that you're going to pick up? Maybe a New Year's sale or something like GameStop, Amazon, or anything like that?
Or as
I
soon as we
mean,
get off this podcast, I'm
I got
gonna
a few.
buy games.
Baymax has a whole bunch in Steam. I know
I
that.
got a few H games in my Steam library, but I'm not going into those on podcast. This is the time of the year they go really cheap. So
I mean, there's a couple of games that I might be picking up actually. I think this one I'm looking at is Everhood. It's like a rhythm type game. That looks interesting. It has good music to it, and then there's Luna Nights that I'm picking up as well, and Dead Estate. Oh, and
Okay.
Narita Boy
Burrito
as well.
Boy?
Burrito Boy.
Narita Boy.
Narita.
Yes.
How about you, Chips? Anything you're picking up here before the end of the year?
I just picked up the Room VR, on Dark
Okay.
Matter, which is a good like puzzle game. So a lot of it has
Yeah.
to do with like a lot of like moving around puzzles and stuff like that. I have the mobile games, which I really enjoyed, all 3 of those ones. So I figured a VR experience for my new Quest 2 that I got.
Nice.
This is pretty fun. I also picked up a Zero Caliber, Half-Life Alex. I definitely want to start up playing. And then I got Pavlov VR as well.
Nice.
So a few
Some nice
VR
VR
games and
titles.
stuff that I gotta try to round out the year with, or at least start off the next year with it.
Yeah. I need to get VR in general, but those sound like some good
I
games.
mean, if I buy Chips's what's it called, VR headset, I mean, mine is up for grabs for sale. I'm not gonna charge you an arm and a leg.
I want to get the one we were talking with Harsh the other day. He was saying he had that one that doesn't require sensors. I was thinking about
The Rift
is,
S. That's the
is
one
it
I'm
the Rift?
getting. Rift
That's what I want to
S.
get because my desk is so compacted here. I'm like in a U shape just because I have so much stuff around me. And I
Well,
just
they have this feature in here, which is like AirLink, is what it's called. So a lot of the
Yeah.
games that I'm playing on Steam or whatever is through that AirLink. There is a noticeable lag, but if you're playing some of the games that are not like super first person or super reactive and stuff like that, you can do it pretty well. I played Beat Saber on it as a test out in the living room while my PC in here was running it, and there's probably maybe like 3 times in the middle of a song where it just kind of like juddered and I'd miss a note or whatever, which is unfortunate, but I'll take what I can get. Definitely could play some of my other games and stuff, so I don't have to disturb someone while they're sleeping.
And with a Quest, that doesn't plug into your PC either, right?
You can. You could.
Okay.
There's the USB-C port here. You can plug it in, and you can have it wired, so you can get that better connection, so you don't have that lag or whatever.
Gotcha.
Or you can do just the standalone unit. So
is that the AirLink that you're talking about?
The AirLink is the one that connects to your PC. Otherwise, it's a standalone unit, and you can use like Oculus games and stuff like that through Facebook or whatever.
Now with the Oculus Quest 2, it can't be just a standard USB-C cable to plug in to play the game. Play the games on PC. You have to get the one that's OBS, not OBS.
Oculus.
Forget Oculus branded one.
Oh,
I don't know what's the difference. It looks like just.
There's probably some like USB 3.0 standards and stuff like that they use for extra connections and tracking and stuff. That would be my assumption.
Yeah, I'm a VR noob still, so I need to do a lot of research on it. But 2 games I'm actually looking to get here before the end of the year. I want to get one that's called Blue Fire for Nintendo Switch. I've seen some gameplay on it. It looks interesting. I've never played it before, so I'm hoping I like it. But it is pretty cheap right now. And Hellpoint, which was a Kickstarter title, it's on Switch also, and it kind of plays like Dark Souls in a way. Just you're like on a spaceship and next to like a black hole, and you just go around and I guess upgrade your armor and shit like that, upgrade your weapons. But both of them are pretty cheap, so I'm going to pick them up on Switch. Hopefully I like them, but that's what's in my GameStop cart right now. But yeah, so that'll wrap up this episode, the very last episode of 2021. Look forward to playing some games and doing some more episodes in 2022. Sparky, if you want to go ahead and throw out your socials there,
You
where
can
can
find
people
me
find you
anywhere
online?
at Captain Sparky Live. Mainly like
Captain Sparky
Instagram,
Live.
Twitter, and Twitch.
And there you go. Baymax, where can people find you online?
Well, no, I was gonna say OnlyFans, but that joke is running short. But you can
It's only
find me
been a
on
few weeks.
It's only been a few weeks. But no, you can find me on Twitch as Brown Baymax, on Twitter if you search it as Brown Baymax _TV, or on Instagram as Brown Baymax.tv.
Right on.
Yeah.
Chips, have you your any socials up yet?
as Bayback is showing, yeah, no, I haven't. I do hope for this next year to get all that stuff set up.
There you go.
We talked about it before we left this house.
We were definitely talking about that. Yeah,
we're gonna get together with Chips and get him his socials, his MySpace profile and everything set up.
So you can find him. You can find him in Frito Lay,
at the bottom of the can,
freaking
the chip aisle,
Doritos,
next to the Pringles.
It was funny.
Oh, go ahead.
That Baymax had mentioned OnlyFans. I had gotten an email while he was here earlier. It was like, "Oh yeah, confirm your email to your OnlyFans account," and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Somebody's banking off of Chips.
I mean, technically, you can find me on OnlyFans.
I was like, "Well, technically, yeah, they had some like username like Bubby Body or Bobby or something like that," and I'm just
there you go.
What the hell? Nothing was posted. It was like just created, and I changed the password, logged in, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm deleting this."
Wow, it's wild. But yeah, so mine, you can find me, of course, at the Able Geek, Twitter, Twitch. I usually try to stream now just on Friday nights, but they're usually potatoing with Baymax, playing some games.
Always potatoing with me.
And of course, if you want to follow the podcast, you can follow Modern Gaming Weekly on Instagram. We also got the Patreon, which is patreon.com/Modern Gaming Weekly. And also now a new Twitter, which is twitter.com/Modern Gaming Pod, if you want to follow on Twitter as well. So do want to thank you guys for it's been a wild last quarter of the year here. We've been doing the podcast, and I look forward to doing a lot more episodes in 2022. And until next time, guys, you guys have a good one.
So is this going to be season 2 coming up?
I shall see you
That will
all
be season 2.
next year.
Season 2.
Happy New Year, guys. Later.
Happy New Year.